Bienvenidos a EsperanzaVence, donde la Esperanza vence. Welcome to EsperanzaVence, where hope wins. Today, our outdoors are being brought to us by the hibiscus flower. I saw a bumblebee inside of this very flower right before I cut it off the bush, and that bumblebee had a butt full of white pollen. Very, very happy bumblebee. The bumblebee was like, hey, got some more of that white stuff? That bumblebee looked like Ashy Larry. Okay, sorry, enough. But yeah, Wisconsin, it finally rained here. Thank goodness. We've been needing it. We haven't had a rain since around the 4th of July, and now it's the end of July. So, you know, I plant a lot of things in the farm fields sometimes, and yeah, we needed it. We needed that rain. So I'm filming indoors today. And we're going to pull from the, let's let the flower join us from over here so we can see the sunshine still. This is my indoor sunshine. When we don't have sunshine outdoors, we get the sunshine indoors. I've had this, this blanket has been with me since my childhood. And today we are going to pull a chakra card for our oracle reading, and then we're going to do our quick hits tarot with Tarot de Maria Celia. So here we go. Let's see if we can get ourselves a chakra card to work with for today, Tuesday, Mars Day. We're building up to the full moon in Aquarius, and oh, here's our chakra card. I just got a jumper. Balancing the root chakra. Balancing the root chakra. You can go ahead and pause. Hopefully you can see what the writing says. Balancing the root chakra. If your body feels ill at ease, this could suggest its basic needs are not being met. You may have excessive energy where the chakra spins too fast. This can lead to aggression and dominating egotism. A deficient or slow spinning root chakra indicates a lack of confidence, lack of sexual interest, weak willpower, and lack of grounding. There are many activities which can help to balance this chakra. Please find these on the following cards. Well, thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's balance our root chakra, y'all. Let's make sure that we are living out of a state of survival and into a state of creative flow and regeneration. Let's make sure that we're in a state of production and reproduction. Let's make sure we're in a state of fertility, whatever that means, you know. We could be fertile in our projects, we could be fertile in our gardens, but root chakra, if we're stuck in the root chakra or the root chakra is blocked, that's the base of everything else that comes after it. So yeah, we want to wear red. We want to get in tune with our Mars energy. We want to be, you know, balancing our Aries. So there we go. Balancing the root chakra today we are. Nice. All right, so that's our flavor for today. And well, you already saw it and you can pause it. So I'll set it over here and we can do our quick hits tarot for today. We're building up to that full moon in Aquarius, which is coming tomorrow morning, early in the morning. I think around 6:45 in the morning Central Standard Time. So Wednesday evening, mark your calendars. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so that you know when my buddy Raffi, my brilliant buddy Raffi, and I go live to talk about this full moon in Aquarius. And I have a special surprise for all of us. I'm hoping that this surprise goes well, but whatever, it'll be fun regardless. It's always fun over here at EsperanzaVence Tarot, right? But I always try to just like mix it up and do a little something new. So stay tuned, let your friends know. Please like, share, subscribe. Oh, we got a jumper off of this deck. Death. Ho, gotta love that. Yes. Yes. When things are done, they're dead, done, and over with. The death is the only guarantee in all of tarot. People are like, oh my gosh, are you going to pull me the death card? Yeah, probably, eventually. If we keep pulling cards, we're eventually going to get the death card. And that's the fun of playing the game. This is the end game. And this is the only guarantee in tarot. So we need to start becoming, well, no, I mean, most of us here on this channel are probably way okay with death energy already. We're already to the point in our lives where we accept these cycles. But for some people who resist these death, rebirth, regeneration cycles, or some people who resist the death life process, for some people who resist their scorpionic nature, and for some people who resist, you know, the sort of elements of life that kind of give us a little bit of fear or ick. You know, if you think about like maggots or degenerate or vultures or just that kind of death process, it's feeding something, but is that something giving us the ick? Is there something that we resist about death? Is there something that we resist about letting go? Until we let this happen, there's no growth. Okay, so we have to harvest eventually. We have to pull weeds eventually. We have to let things die. So death is our flavor of the day. We could also watch the news and see if anything major is going on death-wise. If there's death to a process, death to a system, death to someone in a leadership capacity, especially with the South Node right there on Regulus, death to the Leonian people, not the good Leos of the world, not the Leos who are like you and me, who let themselves shine, let their inner child shine. I'm talking about the Leo, like celebrity culture, some of these leaders and these classes and caste systems. Could it be a death process for that type of behavior or system that we're allowing ourselves to get sucked up into? There's a lot of reasons why death could be showing up in our tarot reading today. Let's pray and play and see what the rest of the Quick Hits Tarot has to say for today. For your personal reading, where I could totally pull you the death, the devil, the what are some other cards that people are afraid of? Let me know in the comments which cards give you, you know, tension when you think about tarot. For me, it's usually the swords cards, actually. Like, I dig death, you know, bring it on. Let what needs to die be dead and gone and over with. I'm over it, right? Death to those processes. But each of us has our own sort of triggers and fears, and I'm curious to know which cards in the tarot kind of give you pause, right? All right, so let's set this down. This is our flavor for today. And let's pull our Quick Hits Tarot reading. I don't know if you can even see the death card there, but that's okay. We're going to pray and play. Tuesday, the 28th of July, 2026. Okay. Near past, present tense, near future. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me today. I'm here every day, 6 a.m., Monday through Friday. Oh my gosh! I told you! I said I could pull you death, the devil, everything, okay? All right, 6 of Pentacles, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so the tarot's, you know what? The tarot plays with me just as much as I play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times when we are playing with the tarot, a lot of the themes that we're talking about and the words that come out of our mouth, Like the tarot likes to have a conversation with us too. I feel like these are symbolic energies that our life is playing with us, and I love to play with life, and I love it when life plays with me. So thank you, tarot. Thank you, tarot. Thank you, tarot, and thank you, life. And thank you, dear, lovely people who are here with EsperanzaVence Tarot. I love you very much, and I love that you're part of this comedy journey with me. This is amazing. Okay, so we got the Death card, and then we got the Devil, just like I said. You saw me shuffle. I wasn't like trying to do this to be funny, but this is hilarious. So the Devil card, by the way, what tarot readers out there, name me a tarot reader on YouTube or anywhere that is like this happy to see these cards. It's all good. But death to the devils, death to this devilish process, death to the, the devil is afoot, and we all know it, right? This demonic energy is afoot. We need to see the devils so that we can know them and banish them. We need to put on an iron shirt and chase the devil off jaw earth, as we say. I will put a little timestamp here or something so that you can find that song. That's a really great song. I think it's by Gregory Isaacs. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase Satan off jaw earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the devil off jaw earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Okay? The Devil card can represent too on a personal level. I mean, it might not just be these icky demons out there running shit. It could just be on a personal level, us being a little bit too entrenched in our own demons. We all have our own little demons. There's the big demons out there in the universe, the big demons, the big bad energies, right? The larger overarching archetypal energies which are trying to pull the strings and trying to chain us and bind us to this human experience, right? To bind us to earth and not let us ascend, right? Not to let our spirit soar anymore, not to let us fly free during dream time and be safe and hang out with our spirit homies and our space cousins. No. There's big devils, but then there's also the little devil. There's the little devil that sits on all of our shoulders, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? And we all have a little bit of devil inside of us, right? We're humans, and I'm not going to say that we're like born sinners or anything like that. Like most of us are born like pretty good people, but as life starts to take over, there are parts and aspects of our own self, like demons that we wrestle with, addictions, okay? Relationships, codependency, addictive behavior, even if it doesn't have to do with like a substance or anything that you snort or drink or eat too much. But there's all of us human beings on some level are wrestling with something, right? The Devil card comes up to remind us that these chains are loose. If we are participating in these processes, we're getting something out of it. There's something that we're getting out of it. It's not just like there's some big old demon out there like making us do things, pulling the puppet strings like we're marionettes. We do have the will to strengthen our free will and intuition, to strengthen our good aspects, to let die what must die off of us so that we're lighter and freer and can shake off these chains that bind. Six of Pentacles is a really great card for balance. Our next two cards, we get two major arcanas and then we get two pentacle cards. So these major arcanas bring the themes like macro, and then the Pentacles cards let us know what we can do on the micro level. And Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity and balance. Six of Pentacles is a card of understanding how to balance the scales and how to balance the scales for real people like you and me. On the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, which I will leave another timestamp here for the playlist of how to read the Rider-Waite Tarot. I just have like little short 60-second videos where you can see what the deck that this is based upon, what that deck represents visually. But you usually see a wealthy person with a scale, a balancing scale, and then they have 6 pentacles and they're doling out the 6 pentacles to 2 beggars on the street in the town square. So it's like these people are out there in broad daylight being humble and on their knees asking for help. And this rich person, this white hat, is honestly trying to balance the scales for real people like you and me. Hope wins. 8 of Pentacles reversed is a huge change up in terms of either 8th house matters, which of course is a scorpionic theme, right? 8th house, death, transformation, rebirth. The 8th house matters has to do with taxes, inheritance, other people's money. 8 of Pentacles has to do with apprenticeship. How do we show up every single day and do 6th house things? Okay, like how do I clock in and clock out? What is my craft? How am I honing my craft? How am I perfecting my craft? What are the 6th house things that I'm doing so that I can receive 8th house benefits in my astrology chart? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, book a session and we'll talk about astrology at the level that our language can match. You know, I meet you where you're at, and I do not speak too technically with my clients. I ask very specific opening questions to see where we are language-wise so that astrology is fun and understandable for all of us, okay? So book a personal session and we'll talk about your 8th house, your 2nd house, or all 12 houses in astrology if we have enough time. Also, stay tuned to the end of this Quick Hits Tarot reading. I will talk about the astrology for today for our Tarot Bull Tuesday. Woo! A friend of mine, IRL, who is also a wonderful client. I love you so much. Celia, you rule. You gave me that phrase, and I just think it's hilarious and wonderful. So thank you for that. I told you I was going to use it. Now it's Tuesday, and I can say it. Is it a tarot book? Because seriously, I bumped into her. I was having a beer down at the local watering hole, and more on that tomorrow. Wink, wink. And I was having a brewski. I was having my PBR. And she was sitting next to me and she goes, "So how was your day?" She said, "How was your Tuesday?" And I said, it was a good Tuesday." She goes, "Was it terrible?" I just thought it was hilarious. So sorry, please forgive my punny love for puns, but I live for that stuff. But anyway, the 8 of Pentacles reversed, this can be a real switch up in terms of like how we do our craft on the day-to-day. This could be a switch up in the work life. This could be us wanting to change where we go every day and how we do things. This could be the change coming upon us. This could be a manager coming to us and being like, "Hey, you just got promoted," or "Hey, you just got fired," or "Hey, you know, we're doing work from home now." You know, this, when I see 8 of Pentacles reversed, this is usually just changes on the work front. All right, so let's keep our eyes peeled for that. And these are our Quick Hits Tarot cards for today. All right, so stay tuned and we'll talk about the astrology for today. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Alrighty, well, puff, puff, give, Esperanza. Dang, girl, these are turning into long hits. These aren't quick hits. But that's okay. Let's talk about the astrology. So, alrighty, I am working with the Sun-Jupiter conjunction. Obviously, we're dealing with an amplification of that powerful opposition between the Sun and Jupiter. and Pluto and the part of fortune in this chart across the way in Aquarius. And then the moon is moving in to be with Pluto for this full moon tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, Raffi and I are going to go extensively into the astrological aspects that we're working with. And you can also check out a video that he has done a few days ago about this full moon coming in. Very good video. I would like to talk about, though, for today, we have the moon falling into a nice trine with Venus. I love it when the moon and Venus are working together because that means that our emotions are on line with our need for love and beauty and harmony in our lives. And that's nice to know, especially since she's still in that kind of struggle bus energy with Mars and Black Moon Lilith kind of coming at her from around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like at the corner, and Mars and Black Moon Lilith are like sneaking around the way to kind of come and get her, you know? Like they're kind of coming at her. They're coming at the feminine, right? They're attacking the feminine. They're attacking the goodness, the virginal qualities, the more humble qualities of femininity, right? So with all these loud mouths, with all these, you know, Leo is the sign of the talking head. South Node on Regulus means that sort of celebrity behavior, that sort of I rule the world, everybody else is garbage, that kind of behavior is on its way out. And the people who are holding those positions of assumed power or fake power, fake news, fake power, it's fake power is fake news. You know what I'm saying? Like they're looking at the same chart that I'm looking at. Their astrologers are seeing the same stuff that we are. And they know that as the wheel turns, as the time clock keeps on moving forward, that the death card is the only guarantee in tarot and in life. And they understand that these cycles come and go and that their time is nigh and that, you know, they're on their way out. So because of that, they're pulling out all the stops, right? Which is really freaking some people out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like, it's freaky, dude. It's totally freaky. Now, let's pay attention here to the sun and Uranus. The sun at 5 degrees, Jupiter at 6 degrees, still kind of involved. Uranus at 4 minutes and 53 degrees of Gemini, both pointing that finger of God to the vertex in this chart, vertex being in Capricorn. What is the vertex in a chart? That is just like an odd choice that you make that actually changes the whole narrative. The vertex being in Capricorn, well, maybe the, you know, devil may care. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe one of the little devils is going to do a twist and like come on to the good side. Do you understand what I'm saying? Capricorn is the devil card in tarot. So I'm sort of blending the tarot symbology with the astro symbology right now. Stay with me, y'all. Speaking of the devil, stops, blacks, and death, Saturn in Aries is working here in that square. It's still kind of in that square aspect with Mercury. So it might be very difficult to communicate our emotions, especially with the moon in Capricorn. We might just want to keep our heads down, do the work, and see what happens. Of course, there's still this, you know, basket, schmasket, cradle, schmadle, outer planet harmonies that we are syncing with in this symphony of life. What does that mean? That means that the bigger, larger, overarching archons or archon types, right? Not all archons are necessarily negative, right? It's depending on who is in charge. Who does number 2 work for? You know, it depends on where you're at. But some would say that we have guardian angels. Some would say we have oversouls. Okay, but in any case, these outer planets to me represent these major arcana, larger overarching archetypal themes that we're working with. And with this basket formation, that larger overarching archetypal theme for me is the star card. It is EsperanzaVence. It is that hope wins. So I guess that's all I got to say for today. If you want to hear more about the astrology, please like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and you will be there for the live stream, and we'll talk about it together in live time, in real time. How about? I'd love it for you to join us. All right, see you soon, God willing.